Never played in a cup final, did he?
No, I don't believe he did he? Apart from of course, the European Cup final, not the FA Cup final, certainly.
Well, on the pitch comes a team whose members have played in more cup finals than most current players. Team in yellow from Arsenal. Rather cloudy night sky. Lead flash on the camera. Had they caused upsets before? Portsmouth, as we saw from that final in 1939, when Wolves were not quite as preeminent as Arsenal, but finished runners-up in the League Championship that year, when Portsmouth were having a battle at the bottom of the table. Well, the current Portsmouth side showing just 2 changes from that which beat Liverpool in the replay here just a fortnight ago. Andy Faye from Senegal comes into midfield, and Ivica Mornar from Croatia up front. Dejan Stefanovic has joined the injured list, and Kevin Harper is among the substitutes. The Arsenal team has been well trailed. The lack of Bergkamp and Pires. The back four is as usual. In the midfield, only Ljungberg is a natural wide player, and Jose Reyes, who introduced himself to the FA Cup in some style, to put it mildly, against Chelsea, is the partner for Thierry Henry up front. And among the substitutes, significant names on the Portsmouth bench: Teddy Sheringham, who scored against the Gunners in the league match which ended 1-1 back at the start of the season, and Steve Stone are both on the way to recovery, and Richard Hughes, who scored the goal which beat Liverpool, will be hoping for another chance against Arsenal, for whom he was a youth player.
I think in terms of the game, Barry, really for Arsenal, they'll be looking at the development of the partnership between Reyes and Henry, obviously up front. And you said before about Berkovic for Portsmouth, such an important player. If he has a good day today and get lots of the ball to him, he might just be able to unlock this Arsenal defence.
We're approaching spring, just around the corner, but at the moment we're in winter, and this evening we're with Mr. Jeff Winter in charge. Arsene Wenger, what a season his team are having, how well they responded to their fall from grace at the back end of last season. The 2 captains, Nigel Quasi, once of Queen's Park Rangers and also of Nottingham Forest, and Patrick Vieira. And looks as though Vieira called right, and the 2 teams are going to turn round. Here is young Reyes. Not easy at such a tender age, only a teenager still, to adjust to playing in English football, and a cup tie which is certainly going to be very demanding, because clearly Portsmouth have got to stop Arsenal playing in their usual style. Be interesting to see their approach. Not many giving them any chance at all. The rain is a little harder now, but with the oval ball, it's been a day of surprises. So what about with the round ball in the evening? 1 or 2 people have pointed out to me that the last time they got to the semi-final, it's a chain that's got to be removed by Berkovic. Last time Portsmouth were in the semi-final, they beat Nottingham Forest here in the 6th round, and I have to say that yours truly was the commentator, so some of the locals think I might be lucky for them. My co-commentator probably thinks something entirely different.
I might remind you about that statement later tonight.
Well, they'll need the Pompey chimes to ring out pretty loudly whatever happens. Shaka Hislop quite late into goal, and with a broken finger in his left hand, which is an index finger, it's strapped to the next one, so he's got a specially improvised glove to help him out. The cap holders against, apparently, the no-hopers. I would just point out that Portsmouth, for the first time, have a team in the semi-final of the English Schools FA Trophy. So the seniors have to live up to the youngsters. Campbell left it just slightly late for his first clearance. And the two central defenders, Portsmouth, Primus and Zayu, they held Michael Owen. Last week they held Alan Shearer, and now they have to hold Thierry Henry. Could call it a learning curve of the sharpest style. Berkovic. Termination from Vieira. Say. And Gilberto, who started off on the right side. Oh! Off the crossbar from Reyes. Mustn't be rattled, Portsmouth. This is Edu, but you can understand them being rattled. Certainly the crossbar was. Really hectic pace and a difficult wind and driving rain.
It's a brilliant piece of skill, wasn't it? Under control, instantly hit it, minimum backlift, keeper well beaten.
Yeah, it was a shot certainly deserving of a goal. Would have continued what he showed against Chelsea. And Shaka Hislop was certainly well beaten.
See, Portsmouth have just positioned Berkovic. He's almost playing just behind the front two, and he's the key for them, he said before today, and if we can get the ball to him to help the front two, certainly.
As we had him on the capture originally before he got changed. The message from Paul. Berkovic is playing precisely where he thought he was. Edu. Cole, put out by Primus.
Great touch by Lundberg, really, right into the path of Cole, exactly where he wanted the ball.
Ari going to take Lundberg on the goal line. Vieira in a line with the far post. Gilberto, Toure, Edu and Campbell all prepared to attack from the 18-yard line. And it beats everybody. They've got a touch of somebody because it's another corner. Hislop just got a finger to it, I think. Yes, he did, and it was a needed one too. Another swirler to test. That's well claimed. Real pace on the corner from Henry.
Yeah, there's all sorts of bodies as well. I think Arsenal positioned a player just in front of him to try and put him off, but a comfortable catch from Hislop.
Mornar couldn't get to it. Passon and the Finn forward. And sudden concern. But look at the number of Arsenal players battling around the ball. And they get it away eventually. Given away by Kwasi, and here's Henry just onside. He had a little bit of luck then, Primus, but then used that luck extremely well. This is Fay. And the free kick has been given against the original challenge by Reyes.
Great play by Primus, wasn't it? For all intents and purposes, looked like Henry was away.
Had a pretty useful start, the young Spaniard. Here's Berkovic, here's Mornar. Yakubu waiting in the middle, Kwasi is square. Mornar doing a few circles. Berkovic Schmertin, the Russian. Morna making inroads. Reyes again the provider. Good positioning by Deseu. Alexis Schmertin. Offside, Morna.
Quite interesting that Portsmouth are going for the physical approach, Barry. There's one or two people, as I always say, in Arsenal are invincible and they're absolutely brilliant at the moment. There's a theory around there with Premier League clubs that if you are aggressive and really do put them under pressure, certainly at the back, I think there may be rewards for teams.
Henry. Faye gets away with a bit of a push. And the free kick is to Portsmouth for the second challenge. Passinen. Berkovic. Quasi. And every Arsenal player is behind the ball. Taylor wants it forward. Not clear with comfort. This is Morna, but that isn't the sort of shot to bother Jens Lehmann.
Well, it was a direct route as well, the first ball in, which Toure didn't deal with particularly well.
Ljungberg. Passing in the pin, but Ljungberg, the Swede, takes over. That's a fine tackle by Primus.
6 minutes gone. Two excellent interceptions by Primus. One on Henry, one on Ljungberg.
Again, Henry to take the corner. And the rain will knock down from the spirits down there. Lots of movement in the box for Arsenal, but it's too long. Arsenal, should they claim the victory today, would be in their 24th semi-final, which would be a new record. They're currently on 23, shared with Everton. Reached 5 semi-finals in the last 6 seasons.
I think every FA Cup game for them this season has been against Premier League opposition, hasn't it?
Yakura won't get there. Leeds, Middlesbrough, Chelsea, and now Portsmouth. Arsenal's run at this stage. Blackpool, Scunthorpe, Liverpool, and now Arsenal is Portsmouth's run. Left by Deseu. Played in the Premiership for Barnsley and then went off to Wigan. Morna, collected by Ljungberg. Edu. Senegalese putting himself about a bit. Injury kept him out of the African Nations Cup. Who's in the World Cup squad and team. Toure. Met by Passinen. Reyes. Vieira played it in quickly to Reyes, and again it was Primus.
Excellent reading of the situation as well. The cross, he just knew that he had to get there, otherwise Arsenal had a fantastic chance. A lovely ball in.
Primus played a couple of games for Charlton in the First Division, and then Barnet and Reading. He had a tremendous game against Liverpool, and apparently played well against Newcastle as well. It's given away in the end. It's trying to be a touch clever. Vieira. Lauren. Solidly out with the Zayu. Well pulled down by Mornar. This is Brekovic. Toure closing the door. And here's Smertin. 30 and 39, working well together. 30 stumbling his way through. Very strong challenge by Toure with a fair one. Primus. Fay. Passanen. That's a lively opening, Mark.
It's excellent, nice and physical as well.
That's well played by Yakubu, and he's got his free kick. Silly, unnecessary challenge.
And the first real opportunity this will be for just a late, after the ball was played, which is a complete waste. But it's the first real opportunity for Portsmouth.
Zayu is the furthest over to the left from the kicker's point of view and being pushed further wide. Jim Smith, Harry Redknapp's sidekick. Hesitate to call him number 2 because they work so well together. Just come down to the edge of the manager's area. Lots of pointing going on. Zayu trying to lose his marker. Worked on the training ground, but not here. Thought to be an unnecessary challenge by Taylor, but the referee quite happy about it.
Well, they had to be inch perfect to be good for Portsmouth. Certainly, Ashley Cole just read the situation.
This is Henry. This is Fay. Cole picking up a few boos, which is a bit harsh. It's brilliantly done by Ljungberg. Gilberto Silva over to the right. That's Henry. Play on, says the referee. Good advantage. Edu. Toure. Vieira. Holding down by the Brazilian. And who scored the winning goal against Southampton last May. Very well watched. Collected by Mornar. Amazingly stayed in play. It was a sort of tackle from behind coming from unexpected direction. Free kick is given. The use of an arm quickly taken. Hardly from the right place, but never mind. Gilberto again has made tracks on the right. Taylor has now spotted him. Taylor in the left-back position rather than from left midfield, as possibly prefers. Certainly did the damage when he came on against Liverpool in the first match at Anfield. Scored a lovely goal. Smertin, Mornar. Berkovic, no width, had to go that way. Lauren. Henry. Mr. Winter applauded by Henry.
I thought Fay was unlucky. I think he read the situation, spotted the danger, and he was already making the tackle as Henry was trying to get past him.
Wasn't quite as in textbook though, was it? he's going to take this. Surely not going for goal. He is, you know. Not worthy of either Gascoigne or Waddle. Remember their goals at Wembley in semi-finals. We've had the first quarter of an hour. It's been fun to watch. Quite demanding to play, I would think. He almost got that. It's well cleared by Campbell. Edu. Ljungberg. He's got a runner either way. And now a third. Coming up behind Henry was Cole. Reyes going out to the left. Gilberto once again has found space on the right, but the pass is not accurate enough. Berkovic. Taylor so determined. Quasi. Eddie read that comfortably. Gilberto Silva. Vieira. Mornar coming to make a bit of trouble. Only Yakubu left up, but now Yakubu is goal side, but Mornar's moved up. And that's Campbell. Didn't really get hold of it.
It looked good until he got to the edge of the area, and I think that's when the nosebleed set in.
He scored once this season. Mornar has been left down in a heap on the halfway line, but this is Yakubu. Gilberto puts the ball out. Well, he's certainly got a knock from Touré. Mornar. And, Harry Redknapp, the manager, alongside Milan Mandaric in the stand. But down in the area is Jim Smith, assisted by Kevin Bond.
Good job you can't lip read, Barry.
Well, if it gets a bit cold here, Mark, we can always ask Jim to say a few words. That'll warm us up. Oh, that's a difficult one for Taylor. But he's recovered it well. He's even managed to keep it in play. Ori. Just by Taylor. Cole. Berkovic. Harried by Edu. Not well passed. He's got to make certain when he gets possession. Berkovic, he's a gifted player, but he can get caught in possession, and sometimes he's a little wayward, having got himself into a good position. Primus, for the first time, slightly caught. Taylor and Henry. A little wild at the end, but nothing vindictive.
Well, Matthew Taylor actually did really well for Thierry Henry, because he just got up straight from the tackle. No overreaction, no feigning of injury, down he goes, straight back up. I think Henry's looking. I think there was real intent there.
Well, he continued to protest his innocence for a long time. And there's a line that covers that in the French.
You can't complain about Taylor because Taylor did really well for him.
Gilberto, Vieira, Dragovic to Morna. Oh, he wanted the extra touch, and now another touch. And it was at least two too many. Arsenal throw, says the official on that side.
Well, there was no great conviction about the first touch from Mona, was it? It should have been first touch out the feet, try and hit it across the goalkeeper. It's wet. Barry just had a very, very heavy shower. Who knows?
Yes, you feel, put it this way, I feel that they're playing well, Portsmouth, at the moment, and doing all the sort of things they have to do to disrupt Arsenal. But when a chance like that comes, you have to have a go and trouble the goalkeeper.
Especially against this side.
Touré had an outstanding season, a major factor in the all-round quality of the Arsenal side.
I think Portsmouth have been very clever about this. They're virtually letting Campbell and Touré have the ball. They're just sitting off them and they're saying, come on then, trying to draw them out, trying to play through, and then they're just trying to pinch the ball and try and play Mona or Yakubu through.
Right. Passanen. It's through to Yakubu. Holds off Touré well, looks for Mona. It's a fine ball. Covered by Cole, even so.
I'd say that referee's assistant on the far side is getting it from everywhere.
Mr. Babsky. I'm sure it won't be the first time and he can put up with it. Shouldn't have to in some cases. It's an Arsenal throw. Or is it a free kick? No, it's a throw. And not for the first time, Ashley Cole is trying to referee the game as well as play. Just those little incidents can rattle even the most calm, assured team. Quite a sharp challenge by the captain, Vieira, which is another little indication, perhaps.
I think here as well, after the wasting of the other free kick on the edge of the area, good delivery from Berkovic.
Met by Campbell. This is Yakubu. Berkovic looking for the square pass to gulp it up. Arsenal. Yakubu, very confident with the ball at his feet. Ashley Cole does well. Do feel that Portsmouth need to have something to show for the form they are producing. They need a goal at this stage. Edu. Vieira. Ljungberg Reyes makes the first run. And it's intercepted, but only to Henry, and Henry scores. And it was Reyes' run which caused the problem. And the attempt to intercept simply set up Thierry Henry, and Arsenal have the lead.
Well, it's just a great touch when the ball comes to Henry, out of his feet, opens himself up. Great finish.
Poor Shaka Hislov had to adjust his position all over the place. And just could do nothing about it at the finish. But look at those faces of the defenders and the face of the scorer. The contretemps in the corner a few minutes ago. He feels a man justified.
You can see the difference between the two sides as well. At Mornar's chance, and he didn't even get a shot in the end. And Henry, all right, if it was an easier chance, but he's only thinking goal all the time.
But one or two people have told me that Reyes is finding it difficult to adapt to the Premiership. Well, on the evidence of the Chelsea game and everything he's done here, because it was his run that caused the problem then.
It was.
No problems for Jens Lehmann. Taylor on a slippery top. And Zayu doing all that he could do in the circumstances.
Important for Portsmouth now not to concede another goal.
Noise from the Arsenal fans who are more used to celebrations. Silverto. Campbell. Cole. Pretty useful ball, but covered by Primus. Greenberg. Lauren. Edu. Yes. Knocks his man over. He doesn't mind the physical side either, the Antoine. Edu. Lauren. Again. Gilberto was unmarked. Out by Primus. Edu.
Here's a goal again, isn't it? Unfortunate really, Portsmouth trying to make the interception, but he always felt once it came to Henry, it was goal.
And the usual sign of success from the manager of Thierry Henry, and certainly Arsene Wenger, I think, deserves huge credit for how he changed this player who came to him. And you should remember he was a winger in the 1998 French side, and he's converted him into perhaps the most potent striker in the world. He had the sort of waywardness that seems to be with wingers. It's good play. Speaks volumes for his coaching ability.
Yeah, Loren as well. Loren will be another one, won't he? To add to that, it's obviously a different position, but he's done wonderfully well with him.
He can also pick them. I mean, look at young Clichy, who's on the substitutes bench.
And they're all athletes, Barry, as well. That's the difference.
Given away by Faye. And here's Reyes and Primus trying to get to him. Henry has gone to the back of the box. Well, that would have been a bit cheeky if he'd have scraped that one in. He's got a corner. They called him a teenager. He's just 20, in fact, Reyes. Well, that tells the story, doesn't it? 5-0 in corners, 1-0 in goals for all the efforts of the home side. Long to the back again, and it's another corner off the head of Zayu. Corner coming to just as we move into the final quarter hour of the opening 45. Patrick Vieira getting a pretty solid forehead to that.
It's a good chance, this. Very, very good chance. He was free, probably only saw it very, very late, but he still made very good contact on it.
Taylor was the man on the post, but I suspect that it would have been quite difficult to go in had he been just inside the post with his header, because he was falling backwards. Morna. It's a good stretch for Toure. Quasi. Morna trying to get through, but certainly not a foul.
Goes down like a giant redwood.
Seeking Kevin Bond coming out to have a word with Quasi, and Quasi's touch took him to the left, but he wanted a touch that took him exactly the other way. Here is Kevin Bond, son, of course, of John. Teddy Sheringham in the back there, around there. Lauren. Toure. Certainly put under pressure by Faye. Cole, Ari, Brimes. Taken by Schmertin. Tassinen. Berkovic. I don't think Berkovic is helping his side when he dwells on it like that, and in the end everything comes to nothing. The everything being lots of runners who didn't receive the ball. Again, good play by Brimes. Now Schmertin. Hurdled well. Yakubu absolutely determined, but I'm afraid that will be a free kick against him. He was a little bit too zealous.
The thing was, he was forcing Campbell back. There's no real need to make any great contact because he was under trouble, he was under pressure.
By Henri, how graceful was the leap. Schmertin. Quasi. Taylor. Berkovic. Hey. Out to Edu. Forward for Henri. Primus with him. Just does enough to hold him up. Here's Reyes. Clearance by Passinen. Edu.
Just watch Reyes in the last 5 to 10 minutes, more and more coming into the game and coming off his markers as well, and turning and posing all sorts of problems for Portsmouth.
Henri. Lauren. Toure. Gilberto.
There's just three options every time an Arsenal player gets the ball. Unfortunately for Portsmouth, there's probably one, and at times, certainly midfield, in the last few minutes, there has been none.
He's prone to that from time to time, Jens Lehmann. Rather casual and poor clearance. This is Ljungberg. Goalkeeper started to come. Manages to make the save from Edu. Lauren. Primus. Vieira.
Well, I think this Arsenal chance is them at the finest. Great flick by Henry. Timing of the pass by Ljungberg. Vision from Henry again. Well struck by Edu, and a very, very good save by Shaka Hislop. That's real class football.
It's in the middle of a hurly-burly FA Cup tie. There are odd moments when you can see a team certainly good enough to win the Champions League. They look pretty happy with life. I suspect the Arsenal fans were a little bit worried at the beginning. Yakubu is offside. Gilberto. Taylor. Oh, willing Morna. Toure helps him out. In comes Schmertin. Spey needs hitting. Zeu. Shout from Pat Rice of get out. Ooh, that's a bit short. Very, very well played by Shaka Hislop. Goodness me. Morna. Taylor. Beautifully done by Morna. Chance. It's Krasi who played it in, and Morna who just couldn't get a touch on the near post. Ari. It's being held a bit. And the referee in the end gives the free kick. Imagine the referee, understandably, always wanting to see whether Henry could squirm away from that. Such is his ability to get out of many a trap. He wants to take all the set pieces. There's Henry. See how often the referees get players back the right distance. Out by the Zeu. Toure, everybody wants to have a crack at goal. Edu just couldn't reach it, at least not to turn it in the desired direction. But a man who scored for Arsenal in every competition this season, and the only one to do so. Got a couple against Celta Vigo. Start of the knockout stages of the European Champions Cup. Can't really call it Champions League anymore because it's a cup competition. This is Morna. Morna goes down. Gilberto runs away. And here's Henry. Might have gone anywhere. Came out Portsmouth's way. But that was a lovely little cameo involving Morna and Vieira and the referee, because Vieira thought the free kick was going to be given and just couldn't quite understand it when the referee wasn't giving the free kick against him. And they give a free kick there for the tackle from behind by Edu. Morna again. Gilberto is being shouted at every time Matthew Taylor makes a run forward, but now they're a little bit short. Support all around, all sorts of options for Ljungberg. This is Henry, one way and then the other. He did a good job, the defender, to say.
Yes, he did extremely well, actually, because Henry tried to manoeuvre him inside and tried to also tempt him into the tackle, but he stayed on his feet very well.
Certainly you can learn about how to play this game if you're a young Arsenal fan, watching them every week. Campbell has come forward again, out by Taylor. Not the best of corners by Reyes. Over-eager, Gilberto Silva. Yakubu did well. Toure is finding him quite difficult. Vieira. Time was quick to react, then almost left it too late. Oh. Well, he deserves the applause, but the gods were on his side too. Smertin. Berkovic. Shouldn't have been allowed to get hold of it, but was. Inside to Gilberto. Edu. Goalkeepers come to meet. And Freddie Ljungberg scores Arsenal's second. It's a face of satisfaction. Just on the stroke of half-time.
Just a brilliant pass, sorry, Ray, wasn't it? Just a brilliant pass where he split the defenders and Shaka Hislop wasn't quite sure whether to come or not. Stopped. Great finish. Timing and weight of the pass again.
Nothing that Matthew Taylor could do. Tried hard, did Matthew Taylor, as his team have. But the class of Arsenal was told before the half-time break. Henry's 26th goal of the season, Ljungberg's 9th. And Arsenal in a comfort zone yet again. Berkovic. Just 1 minute of stoppage time. It's a foul by Gilberto. Referee played a good advantage, which didn't quite accrue. Berkovic, Yakubu, Mornar in the middle.
I don't know why I had an extra touch, Yakubu. Just play it in very, very early, as soon as you can. Just try and turn Arse around at the back.
And it's Portsmouth's first corner of the match. They desperately need something from him. Starting the minute to stoppage time. Oh, couldn't have been easier. And now there might be problems. It's 3-on-3 with the Zoo now making it 3-on-4. Reyes determined to do it alone. He gets a corner.
Surely not another quick Arsenal striker who can beat people with great pace. Whatever next.
Blue boots again. Different. Reyes. Oh, that's an amazing goal by Toure.
Well, it came from the corner where Portsmouth completely fell asleep. And the series of, well, it was almost kind of rebounds in the end. Toure just swiveled on it. It's an excellent finish, and Shaka has absolutely no chance. I doubt whether he even sees it until very late. It goes through the legs of the defender.
You can see him trying to peer through the legs. And it's 3. I really do feel Arsene Wenger needs to find some other little move to make. But it must be very dispiriting to the Portsmouth fans to have seen that clenching of both fists 3 times. Henry getting the first in the 25th minute, Ljungberg the second in the 43rd, and Toure the third in the 46th. The best team in the country, the team trying to become the first to play in 4 consecutive FA Cup finals. 3 goals to the good, and already with at least 1 3/4 feet in the semi-final.
They're quite good, you know, this Arsenal side. I think you said it before the game, and they've demonstrated everything you said about them.
We did them a disservice just saying that they had class and quality, because you talk about touch and technique and the pace and the movement, but above all, it's imagination. You know, when it's played up to feet and they work hard and people moving off it. It was actually a great game for 24 minutes because Portsmouth competed really well. It was a great cup tie and it wasn't for the faint-hearted, no quarter given. The tackles were flying in, but eventually the quality is going to take over, and that's what happened. And we sit here in awe of that performance.
Yeah, I mean, they're a wonderful side to watch. I mean, unless you're against them. But
they are wonderful. They have in every single position on the pitch, they have a player who is a specialist in that position. But what they have as well is in every single position, right from the goalkeeper all the way up to Henry, they've got a player who can think and play football. And that's why they're so great to watch. I mean, this has been, well, for 24 minutes you said it was a game. I don't even agree with that, because I sat here with a sense of this is too easy for Arsenal, because every time they had the ball they nearly created a chance, and had not been for one defender Primus, it would have been more than 3-0.
Yeah. Well, you said at the start of the match the dilemma for Portsmouth was, do they come and open up? And the minute they opened up whatsoever in the least, then Arsenal were just going to murder them in the counter-attack.
We saw a number of examples. One led to Henry's goal, which...
Well, I mean, it was just, I mean, I think Lehmann's got it. He had 24 seconds, it's in the back of the net. It's just build up, it's pass, move, control, play it here, simple, basic.
Everybody wants
lethal,
the ball.
But lethal, you know? It really is. And they didn't get it through the first time, decent interception. Comes to Henry, that is a magnificent finish.
Lucky break, but made the most.
No.
But you
create
your own,
they've got
football,
people
you
moving.
create your own luck. And because they play like that, because they see that Lambert sees this pass, and it's not even bad defending, then you're at the end of that because you look for these things. I don't think that was particularly lucky. That was just a super world-class striker looking for the opportunity, and it came to him because he was reading that.
Don't need to argue with me. Don't look at me like that.
I'm just telling you about
world-class
strikers.
I think he's threatening you.
It looked like it. He used to be like that when you faced him one-on-one, but there was certainly no doubt that the second goal was just purely beautiful.
Poetry, wasn't it? It's so difficult to play against, it really is, when they're coming at you. And there's so much, as I say, pace and movement and just control. And I mean, that's a magnificent pass from Edu. to Lundberg, and Hislop comes out, and it's a great finish.
But
Seems
it's
to me
also
every
sloppy play from Portsmouth, because when they have the ball in this game, they've not kept it. They've tried the harder thing every time, and they get punished when they play against players like this. They get punished. It took them about 10 seconds to get the ball and put it in the net.
Doesn't matter who he brings in. They seem to be great players. Edu and the scorer of the third goal, Torre. Look at him as it.
He's got this. I mean, you could argue about the defending here and criticise it. I mean, that's Reyes there, that not a great hit, and then it bobbles a bit. I mean, he's up there and he's pinged it between somebody's legs.
But what this goal shows is imagination. Armour's put the corner in front of goal every time, and Portsmouth are expecting that. And this time it was a shortish pass to Reyes, and it ended up in a goal.
That was definitely the worst goal of the three. Yeah. I mean, the other two were like pass, move, control.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well, it's been a season of comebacks, but I say you never know much. Right, more from here shortly, but we're going to leave Fratton Park for a news update with Matthew Amroli-Waller.
Gary, thanks very much. Good evening. 7 British soldiers have been injured in a lengthy gun battle in Iraq. Their patrol came under fire from machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades in a village near Al-Amara in the south of the country when they arrested a suspect. 3 Iraqis died in the firefight when the troops called for backup.
Yesterday afternoon, a UK patrol in the region of a place called Kal at Saleh in the Mayzan province, the south of Iraq, came under heavy machine gun and RPG fire. The patrol returned fire on the assailants, during which a number of members of the 1st Battalion Light Infantry were injured.
Leicester City Football Club have sent a team of lawyers to Spain to try to secure the release of 3 of their players who are being held on sexual assault charges, which they deny. The families of Frank Sinclair, Paul Dickoff and Keith Gillespie are flying out to visit them in prison. The Conservatives have opened their spring conference in Harrogate with a declaration that they're now in a position to win the next general election.
We have the leader, we have the confidence, we have the direction. This party is back in business. At last, there is an alternative.
The British Medical Association is warning that government plans to reduce the length of training time for doctors could put patients' lives at risk. Ministers say many doctors waste time learning unnecessary skills. And in sport, Ireland have shocked world champions England in the Six Nations Championship. England haven't been beaten at Twickenham since 1999. But 14 points from the boot of Ronan O'Gara and this try from Gervin Dempsey gave the Irish a 19-13 win over Sir Clive Woodward's side. Well, that's it. I'll be back with more news and sport at 8 o'clock. See you then.
Well, welcome to Final Score from Northern Ireland. We'll have you back to Fratton Park in time for the second half of Portsmouth Arsenal. But before that, world champions. What world champions? In the RBS Six Nations, Ireland ruled the roost at Twickenham. This beautifully worked try in the second half saw England lose at home for the first time since 1999. Fullback Gervin Dempsey, the man eventually going over in the corner. Ireland ran out winners 19-13. Well, not such glorious scenes in the quarter-finals of today's Irish Cup football. 2 of today's matches were marred by ugly scenes. At Windsor Park, missiles were thrown onto the pitch towards the end of the game. And there were further ugly scenes at the Newry Showgrounds where players and officials got involved in a mass brawl. Action from all the quarter-finals plus the draw for the semis coming up. But before that, today's results from the Nationwide Irish Cup quarter-finals. Ards 1, Omatown 2, Limavady 2, Glenavon 0, Linfield 0, Glentoran 1 and Newry Town 1, Coleraine 1. So to the action, we begin at Windsor Park, Linfield against Glentoran. On commentary, Jackie Fullerton.
In by McCann, Nixon's header just over the top. Andrew Kilmartin delivers the cross, Halliday jumped. There's the effort, the great tip over. Paul Lehman was the unlucky man, denied by that man there. Stuart King will whip in the in-swinger. Does. The overheads and wide of the mark by Ferguson. Three-man Linfield wall. Walker with the left foot. A little deflection. It's off Glendinning. Mark Glendinning will claim it. And Glentoran have made the breakthrough. 7th goal of the season for Glendinning. Walker took the free kick. The merest flick off the heel of Glendinning. Manus beaten. Glendinning's throw. It's into the middle. Tim McCann. He turned on it, and he wasn't too far away. Now, has the goalkeeper been hit by something? The stewards trying to keep calm. An untidy end, an ugly end to this game.
Violence marred the first half at the showgrounds. Colerane's Pat McAllister and Newry boss Roy McCready were both sent off by referee Mark Courtney after this incident in the 36th minute. The home side should have taken the lead 4 minutes later. John Joe Maguire beat the offside trap and keeper Davy O'Hare. The Bandsiders were saved by the post. McCready's side had another chance to make the breakthrough right on the stroke of half-time. Austin Field did well to find space, but his shot was well saved by Davy O'Hare. The cup holders took the lead thanks to defender Paul Gaston. Gaston could hardly miss after a mistake in the home defence. The defender will not have an easier chance this season. Then, 3 minutes into injury time, Newry Town grabbed an equaliser. Poor defending let in Gareth Fulton, and the defender made no mistake from close range.
I'm very annoyed about it, very annoyed about the whole scenario today. Even when we were coming off the pitch, I'm annoyed about things which happened in the tunnel as well, and some people have to have a long hard look at themselves.
The visitors got off to the perfect start at Clandyboy Park. Eamon Kavanagh's tantalising cross deceived the entire Ards defence, and the unmarked Seamus Fanthorpe volleyed home at the back post. Ards responded. David Rainey's left foot shot from the edge of the box, their best effort in a half in which they dominated possession but couldn't break down a stubborn Omagh defence. On 36 minutes they were 2 down. Slag defending again the cause, this time player coach Shane Reddish gifting possession to Ivan Sproul, and he casually lobbed the on-rushing Stephen Robertson to register his 10th goal of the season. Ards grabbed a lifeline midway through the second half, David Rainey pouncing after Omagh keeper John Connolly spilled Gary Kennedy's shot, but Omagh held on to book themselves a hard-earned semi-final place.
Limavady United were hoping to reach the Cup semi-final for the first time since becoming a senior club. The sharp reflexes of Glenavon keeper Paul Rice, however, threatened all afternoon to thwart their ambitions. And Limavady must have felt it wasn't going to be their day when this late Liam Cooley header hit the post. But the Roesiders then struck twice in stoppage time. Ryan McElmoyle on the left produced the cross. Glenavon couldn't get the ball away, and Paul Brown produced a smart finish at the back post. And the late show continued in the 93rd minute. Goalkeeper Doherty's long clearance found Vincent Sweeney. The ball was knocked through, and the substitute Kevin Ramsey robbed the keeper. 2-0 to Limavady United, the Roesiders into the Irish Cup semi-final.
Certainly an eventful day. The Coleraine Newry replay, by the way, will take place at the Coleraine Showgrounds with a 7:45 kick-off. That's on Tuesday evening. Now, you'll now be wondering about the semi-final draw. The man who can reveal all is at Windsor Park, where the draw was made a short time ago, and we can now join the IFA's David Curry.
Thank you very much. Making today's draw is Alistair Hall from the sponsors Nationwide and David Chick, the chairman of the Senior Clubs Committee. We have 4 balls left in the cup, and we'll have the first ball, please, Alistair.
And the first ball is number 2.
That's Newry Town or Coleraine.
Number 4.
And they will play Limavady United.
Number 1.
That is Glentoran.
Number 3.
And they will play Omagh Town. That completes the semi-final draw. These ties will be played on Saturday the 3rd of April.
As I say, that one made a short time ago. Let's have a look at that draw again. Well, if Coleraine can win that replay with Newry Town, it's a local North West derby with Limavady United while the Torrent will take on Omatown. Those games on the 3rd of April, and a very real possibility of a repeat of last year's Coleraine-Glentoran final. On to rugby now, and it's worth seeing again this one. The Six Nations Championship resumed today, and the results from this afternoon. Italy 20, Scotland 14, and they're the one on top. England 13, Ireland 19. So what a dramatic day at Twickenham. Ireland against the new world champions, and this was the moment that sent the Irish fans wild on commentary. It's Eddie Butler.
Darcy, they go long to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll's long pass this time does find Tyrone Howe. It's going to be the score. Gavin Dempsey for Ireland. Now then, are we going to have the shock of all times here at Twickenham? Well, he's been happy on it.
See, we'll see that one a few times over the weekend. Well, before we take our leave of you, a brief reminder that tomorrow night we have a special programme on the passing of a very special person. That's Cormac McAnallen, a tribute, Sunday, BBC 2 at 10 p.m. So it was a rather ugly day in the Irish League. It was nothing short of beautiful at Twickenham. That is about it from Final Score. Our online service and CFAX from page 390 will have all of today's local results. Now, time to hand you back to our colleagues at Fratton Park and rejoin our second half coverage of Portsmouth and Arsenal, the quarter-final of the FA Cup.
We've had a great fight backs in the Premiership this season, but I don't think it's going to happen here. I mean, Arsenal, the big dilemma now for Portsmouth is, you know, this could end up 5 or 6. All depends.
I think it will end up more than this. I mean, they are
very difficult how they approach it now.
You said in your opening, this is the best team in England at the moment, and nothing that's happened today has changed.
I think we just sit back and enjoy the second half.
Yeah, they are a joy to watch, so we'll continue to do exactly that. Our commentary team, Mark Lawrenson and Barry Davis.
Yes, it's always good to watch quality wherever it comes from. I wonder what Harry Redknapp would have said to his team at half-time. Well, he's made one change at the start of the second half, and he's brought on a man who's played in the final, albeit finished with a runners-up medal. Steve Stone playing for Aston Villa against Chelsea in 2000, and he's on instead of Aile Berkovic. No change in the Arsenal lineup will come as a huge surprise.
I think the other point as well to make about Portsmouth in the first half, Barry, that I don't think they made Lehman make a save, did they? Which, you know, while they had that little bit of pressure early on, and you alluded to the fact that when you have that pressure, you've got to create chances, and it just never came for them. But Arsenal, it's a masterclass.
And the way the Masters go in the second half. Rain during the half-time interval, but it seems to have relented again. No suggestion that Arsenal are going to relent in any way. Schmertin breaks up the first attack, and here's Mornar. And he's got his free kick. Touré looks both surprised and disappointed. His second goal, Touré, of this FA Cup competition, incidentally. Scored his first ever FA Cup goal up at Leeds in round 3. Good knock back, but no one to finish. And, he's gone down injured, Deseu. And the referee comes sprinting across to have a look at the player who probably was just a touch behind Primus, but also considering the quality and the number of Arsenal attacks, Mark, I thought had a pretty good first half.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the great problem that Portsmouth had was not only the pace of the Arsenal attacks, but managed to get to some protection in front of himself, Deseu and Primus. I think he's got a knock in there with Touré, hasn't he? He's sort of headed the back of Touré's head. That does hurt, I can assure you.
Eddie Sheringham, perhaps he's going to be given a chance of a comeback. Stone, incidentally, hasn't played since right at the end of December, and Sheringham also has been out a long time. Well, he's a player of quality to join the quality, but difficult to see even Teddy Sheringham turning this one round. Steve Stone won a few caps for England, always very combative. Obviously at Nottingham Forest and Villa.
With the introduction of Stone for Berkovic, it's just a sort of flat 4 across the middle, 4 very, very hard-working players, which Harry Redknapp will insist from his midfield players in the second half, if they're going to get back in this game at all.
Also does ask a few questions about Berkovic. I mean, this should have been his stage, but he wanted too long, didn't use it well enough. Could be a bus nose for De Zeu, staying off for a while. There goes the flying Spaniard. Finds the Swede, picked up by the Frenchman. Resists the Russian. Ari again. Nobody actually waiting in the middle at the moment. Vieira. Edu. Another Arsenal player who was mainly a reserve player when he started, but has forced himself into being pretty well a first choice. Having a particularly good run at the moment. Toure. Ari. How do we get the ball back? Well, half of that, 11 players, and the referee hasn't seen that De Zeu is asking to come back. Now he does. Ari! Dear, oh dear. Just a clip shot that surprised Shaka Hislop, and Arsenal have a fourth. Henry has his second.
Well, he just hit it so early, and he knew straight away where he wanted it to go. It almost clipped Lundberg on the backside. Fairness to Shaka Hislop, he should have saved it actually, but great opportunism from Henry. So quick, Barry.
Takes his FA Cup tally to 6. Little trip by Vieira. By Stone. Immediately Lehmann looks to throw an attacking ball. Edu. Vieira. Just fascinating to watch the movement off the ball by Arsenal players. Henry popping up on the left and looking on the far side and finding Gilberto. Deflection for the corner. Shot was from Lauren.
The retention of the ball is magnificent, isn't it? There's always an option, not frightened to slow the ball down, just work their opponents. Everybody has a touch, everyone's aware of everybody who's making the runs, and they nearly always end in either a shot at goal or a cross. And there's always an end product to it.
The question is, what do you do if you're a Portsmouth player? Everybody else is admiring them, but they can't afford to do that. Play by Reyes, Campbell. No, it's a free kick, won't count. The use of hand plus considerable barging going on.
Yeah, I think in the end, when eventually the ball does come back from the bounce here, I think there's a hand by Patrick Vieira.
They're still looking for more, Vieira's side. Like irony in playing the Great Escape. There will be no escape from this one. Reyes. Stone coming to add his presence. Edu. Ari. Offside. Offside, Ljungberg. Thinking there, Mark, in watching that.
Well, just a pity. I mean, Ljungberg made his run very, very early, and Henry couldn't quite beat the player quickly enough to pass him in.
I was just thinking they're watching that move, that Arsenal don't so much pass the ball as caress it.
Yeah. You said before, what do you do if you're a Portsmouth player? I'll tell you what you do, you feign injury.
You would never have done that. Edu. Oh, it's unlucky against Yakubu, trying hard to get the ball. It was a foul. Reyes. Ari. Smerton and Stone, a couple of internationals. That one to an end. It's almost arrogance of Henry trying to go down a tunnel. Reyes is onside if he can get there first, and he can. And the referee says nothing.
Well, I would have been very interested in that decision if it had been 0-0. Because I think he got a nudge, Reyes.
I suspect you're right. But I know it's the spirit of the law rather than the fact of the law, but I'm glad he didn't send him off.
Well, that's the thing. That was the keeper as well. He would have had to have sent the defender off.
It's a good noise they're making. Ljungberg. Certainly had got clear. Yes, unquestionably there was a nudge.
Yeah, he just threw his arm across him and just pushed him off it.
Well, we are very close here to HMS victory, and it's not a bad thing for Mr. Winter to have turned the blind eye. Continues. It will apply, of course, to the Premiership. Portsmouth in 16th place currently, only above the relegation zone on goal difference. Toure, Ljungberg. Oh, it's fine. Shouldn't have been, but it was. But fine run by Toure, and Ljungberg a little surprised that he found the finish.
Yeah, just a really direct run from Toure up from the back, and he actually went to go past the defender, and as he nicked the ball into the path of Ljungberg, Ljungberg then was fortunate with the deflection of Leroy Primus. But that came on the back of a number of passes, probably about umpteen passes again with Arsenal just keeping the ball. But again, that end product.
absolutely no effect upon the chorus going around Fratton Park. Henry to Ljungberg to Toure. Getting the third just before the half-time interval. Henry. This is Gilberto. In the middle is Reyes. This is Henry. So casual it appeared, but it could have penetrated.
And the other thing as well was it was 3 passes that covered something like 50 yards. It's completely changed. Such an all-round game.
Quasi. Well, I have to say I'm very impressed with this from the home support. They have to play Arsenal still here in the Premiership.
Good luck.
Well, they did very well early in the season at Highbury. In fact, most people thought they should have won that day because the penalty that Henry scored came as the result of a very questionable award. I'll leave it there.
With a big thank you from the chairman, this evening's attendance is 20,137. 20,137.
Quickly, 2 men got to him. There's no sitting on it in any way by Arsenal, for all the fact that they've got European competition next week. That's a foul by Morna. You can't blame him for trying.
It's a real heavyweight battle as well between Campbell and Morna.
How he must wish, not that I think it would have made any difference, but it just would have given them their high moment. He'd had that shot early in the first half.
Sure.
Edu. Ori. Absolutely imperious. Losing out to 5.
I think there's always a worry with Arsenal when they came out 3-0 at half-time. Arsene Wenger looks at them and thinks, well, what we're going to do, we're just going to shut up shop and go through the motions. It's so professional already in the second half. What, some 15 minutes?
Kubu. He's done well against Toure. This is Smertin. Oh, and Campbell was fortunate. He was in about 15 different minds then, so Campbell.
I think Smertin pulled out, didn't he?
I hope he doesn't do that too often, Campbell in a white shirt in the summer, though. It was a little worrying. Smertin had kept going, he might well have got that. No fouls, says the referee. Reyes. Foul play, Matthew Taylor. Campbell. I think the performance of the Portsmouth supporters is absolutely brilliant.
They're currently going through a rendition of Harry and Jim.
Crowd you may have heard announced on the public address system, 20,137. Beardo, having lost it, immediately seeking to regain it. Smertin's got to change the angle. They get stuck down this corner. Oh, that's well played by Mornar.
Great play, wasn't it? A couple of step overs, the whole stand move with one of them.
Queuing up at the back. They couldn't find the head that they were looking for. Came nearest, but he couldn't direct it. Reyes makes a run diagonally and then pulls out and goes wide. It's so delightful to see as that the Arsenal players are so enjoying themselves. They're playing with the quality of stars but with the attitude of kids. It's an Arsenal free kick. Roberto. Ljungberg. Good tackle, Primus. It's their player of the year last year, Primus. Voted by the supporters. He's 30 years old now. It's the performance he's given against Liverpool and this evening. Surprising he hasn't done rather better with his career than come late to the top level. It's a goal kick.
It's the Henry goal again, isn't it? Just hit very, very early. Did it just bobble maybe in front of Shaka Hislop? Maybe been a bit cruel before, but there's definitely a bobble.
And here there was definitely a deflection of Primus for Freddie Ljungberg. Passanen. Primus. Stone. Early cross. Oh, and off the crossbar and out. Oh, that's hard on Yakubu.
The cross in by Stone, was it? Left foot, wrapped it round, and lovely header by Yakubu.
Forward, 6 now for Portsmouth. What a free kick. Warner underneath it. Stone had pulled out further wide. Got a lot to do though. And 3 around to harry him. It's a corner. Inside each post. It's a good headed clearance by Sol Campbell. That was Sol Campbell's head again. It'll be another corner. That time it was ahead of Henry. It's the feet of Henry, and he's looking for Reyes, and Shaka Hislop will get there just. One by Lauren. Richard Hughes waiting to come on to get into the action. Former Arsenal youth player. Who scored the goal which beat Liverpool. Any goal today would be just a consolation. Campbell's head again. Primus. Oh, well played, Mornar. Again, the early cross, Yakubu. Schmertin. The way they fight, the Arsenal players. They're leading 5-0. Ori. It's a great ball. Roberto couldn't take in stride. Edu. Correctly. Seem to have almost twice as many players on the pitch, Arsenal, as Portsmouth do. Ori. Masson thought he'd won it. Should have been another. Three let-offs in quick succession for Portsmouth. Now the substitution can be made.
Just look at the way he cushions the ball. Part of the tricks. In the end, he overran it a little bit and was lucky. He got the bounce. And from then on, it just went on, and Arsenal just, I think, two more chances from this. I think Reyes is the one that Shaka Hislop actually makes a save, the second save from. Just from there, and that's a deflection, wasn't it? And then again it comes back in, and the number of people that get in the fantastic positions.
And it's Quasi who goes off, and Richard Hughes, Scotsman, born in Glasgow but spending the first 18 years of his life in Milan. He comes on, as he did against Liverpool, in a rather different situation. 0-0 when he came on, and he won the match.
Yeah, I'm not sure as the next Arsenal player he'd want to come on at home 5-0 down, and I wonder what Jim Smith said to him. Go and win the game for us, Richard.
Well, he might have said to them, go on, prove that they made a mistake in letting you go to Bournemouth.
I thought you were going to say, go on, enjoy yourself.
Well, lots of conversation between the three men of Portsmouth. I'm sure they want this to end, but I'm sure also that they've admired some of the quality that they've seen from the opposition. But they might not tell you that they have until the end of the season. Yakubu loses to Lauren. Mornar, been a chaser of lost causes. And a couple of substitutes will now be made by Arsenal. In fact, 3 substitutes. Clichy, David Bentley and Kanu.
Coming on, number 22,
2 of the young lions and one of the most experienced. Patrick Vieira is the first to retire.
Coming off, number 14, Thierry
Fit again.
He hears me.
Come out
Coming
on
on,
the side in the European Champions League.
He doesn't want to come off, Henry. Look at his body language. He wants a couple more goals from this.
I said they had the attitude of kids. So Henry is the second to come on.
Number 8, Freddie Ljungberg.
And Freddie Ljungberg is the third.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, Barry. The whole stand behind us applauded as Henry came off, as Vieira came off, and they are primarily, as we know, Portsmouth supporters.
Well, I have to say that's been very typical of their attitude. They have appreciated the quality of the team that's beaten their team with such style. And their singing in the second half has been in its way a tribute. So it is wonderful to see such an outstanding performance by the home crowd. Let's go to the back of the dugout. Edu. Kanu. That's a free kick. There's the only Arsenal player left on the pitch who scored. Clichy. Bae. Zeu. In early, and that was Hughes' effort, blocked on the line.
I think that was certainly to Portsmouth a very, very good chance, and it was only pressure really on Mornar that forced him to knock his header wide.
Just a quarter of an hour remaining here. And of course, tomorrow there's another quarter-final, 12:50 on BBC One, Millwall against Tranmere. Portsmouth, and Bentley is protesting. This 18-year-old Clichy. David Bentley, who's 19. Kanu, who's listed as 27. Edu. Gilberto Reyes. Almost pulled in his pocket to take it through. Mornar. Even the weight of the pass from Lehmann was such that Clichy could keep it in. Stone. Yakubu. Yes, that's a good strike, but it was rising from the moment that he hit it. And, complete the list of the dramatis personae. Ivica Mornar deserving the applause that he's getting because he really has been wholehearted in his approach.
Yeah, he's worked extremely hard for well, for a lost cause, certainly. After about 25 minutes.
And to oppose a collective class act becomes an individual one in the person of Teddy Sheringham.
Well, this is a little bit of good news for Portsmouth. Barry obviously has been out for a while, so has Steve Stone as well, so he's going to get some valuable minutes, far more valuable just on the training pitch.
It's going to be important to them in their fight for survival in the Premiership, Teddy Sheringham. Just wouldn't put it past him to manage to break the Portsmouth duck. It's a good challenge that by Hughes. Merton, there's no width here at all for Portsmouth. And it shows. Edu. Clichy making the forward run. Square now, Edu. Skipping through. Clichy available again. Bentley's coming to the far post. In the middle is Reyes. I don't know what that was. Crowd didn't appreciate that, and rightly. Taylor. Campbell under his armpit. Kubu does make life difficult. Schmertin. Again, the man in possession for Portsmouth found that he was surrounded by yellow. Primus. Hughes. Much to do. I'm afraid he beat himself. Roberto. Edu. Fay. Schmertin. Then it's all left side of the field. Taylor. Schmertin. It's a good block. Taylor. And that also was a good block by Lauren, who then appeals for the throw. The temerity of some footballers is amazing. Stone. Schmertin. Oh, and it was back off the inside of the post from Taylor. Oh, hit the bar once, hit the post once. They deserve one, surely.
Yeah, it's a lovely cushioned header as well into Taylor's path. And, it's just not their day today, is it? Lovely strike by Taylor. Across the goalkeeper, nice and hard.
Taylor to take. It's a bit short. The referee will have it taken again.
He was still talking to Jans Leemans. Taylor tried to pinch the corner early.
Let's talk to Yakubu and Lehman together. That's well played. like the spirit of the law. Mr. Winter, Mr. Zayu. Hughes to Taylor. It's Portsmouth's best of this half, but clearly against the team who now are conserving their energies. Good cleverness by Hughes, not read by Taylor. It's given away. But again, not used. They thought it was deflected for the corner, but the referee thought otherwise.
I think it was a corner, wasn't it? Hard done by, really. But gave the ball away for once as well, Arsenal.
Slayman, who's played in everything except the Carling Cup matches for Arsenal. Stuart Taylor is substitute tonight. Clichy. Another one of pace. Zayu. Schmertin. Hughes, but only briefly. Bentley. It's a nice ball, and it's well covered by Passanen. Portsmouth have kept going, in spite of knowing that their task was impossible, and they've been greatly helped by the home crowd. Clichy. Nothing they can say. Forget about the cup, concentrate on the league. But they have been quite magnificent, the home crowd. Sheringham. Reyes. Kanu. Gilberto to his right. Being pushed a bit wide now. It's a corner. The 24th appearance in the semi-final assured. That's one record. And there'll be short odds to be in their 4th consecutive final. That would also be a record. Could become the 3rd club to win 3 in a row. Comfortable catch for Hislop. He hasn't had too many things that have been comfortable. For Arsene Wenger, the opportunity of another Cup and League double. It's been a live wire all night. Maybe delayed it a bit too long, gave De Zayu a chance. Schmertin, this is on loan from Chelsea. Half the players at Chelsea must wonder whether they're going to get a game. So what chance you have if you've been farmed out to another team, I don't know. reaction of the Arsenal fans, and I think a memory of where he used to play, Teddy Sheringham.
It's called irony.
Yes, he was a fine player at Spurs. Clichy caught by Stone. Quickly gets goal side again, though, the youngster, and it was enough. Reyes, not on the score sheet, but he's done a lot. Hit the crossbar right at the beginning. Primus gets the foot in. Under 2 minutes, plus a bit of stoppage time for Portsmouth to get a consolation goal. Of course, Arsenal to make it 6. He's lost it for a minute. Knocked out by Campbell. Now the team captain. It's well played by Schmertin. Space on the right. Sheringham knew it. Stone in early with a bit spoon. Hughes and a little touch, and they've got the consolation goal. And wouldn't you know it, it is Teddy Sheringham. Well, I have to say that's a delight.
Yeah, they deserve a goal, certainly. Stone's cross far post. Good header by Hughes as well. And actually, Sheringham did very, very well to get in front of the defender, Barry, and to redirect the ball past Lehmann. Great finish, that is. Just in front of the defender, but a very difficult chance as well to convert.
And Lehmann really only moved after the ball had passed him. Scored against Arsenal twice in the season now, Teddy Sheringham.
There'll be a minimum of 2 minutes stoppage time. A minimum of 2 minutes stoppage time.
Away by Campbell. For the record, it's Sheringham's 8th goal of the season. Reyes. Clichy, Kanu. It's a great ball by Clichy. And Hughes trying to stop Reyes and succeeds in the end. Mark, one-sided, but with the quality of the football on offer and the attitude of the crowd, it's been a good evening.
Oh, it has been a good evening, and Arsenal have been breathtaking. Weathered a little early storm from Portsmouth, but the pace, the ability, the movement on and off the ball, the quality of the pass, the way they've retained the ball until the pass has been on. Obviously the finishing has been great as well, and they've defended as a team. And a little bit sorry for Portsmouth, but they'll have to stand up and say we've been by a very, very good side.
Stone was looking for that. Didn't get it. Schmertin. Hughes. That's a good try. Well, in the brief moments that I've seen him in 2 matches, he's looked worth a start.
He's done well since he came on, and he was responsible for the challenge on the Arsenal defender, which resulted in the ball into Sheringham. And he's worked very, very hard.
the offer of the hand of congratulation, and Arsene Wenger's team march on. The best team in the land have won by 5 goals to 1. And the crowd, even in defeat, have paid them tribute.
Well, we've been delving into the thesaurus because I think we need a few superlatives for Arsenal's performance, Alan.
It was quite wonderful. It was an exhibition of football, and when you talk about all the attributes of a top-class side, the pace, the movement, the teamwork, the team spirit, the imagination, it was just magnificent, it really was, and for 70 minutes it was a delight to watch.
And they're getting a standing ovation from
and
the
quite rightly
crowd.
so, quite rightly so. I mean, I said at half-time, you would just sit here in awe.
How good are they, Peter, do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're about to win everything they do, everything they play in, because it looks like they can lose games. The way they play, the imagination in their game, the way that you can see that every single player, and it doesn't matter who Arsene Wenger brings in, that they know each other, they know exactly the pattern of play. But to take all that away, they worked so hard. They worked so hard as a team, and they kept working. 5-0 up, they kept working, and it was absolutely superb to watch.
It really was. When you talk about variation of tactics as well, it's wave after wave of attack. It's over the top, it's into feet, it can come down the left, it can come down the right, come right through the middle, it can come in the air. How do you play against it? With great difficulty.
OK, well, we've just seen him walk off the pitch. We can hear now from Thierry Henry. He's with Ivan Gaskell.
Thierry, well done. I think that's your 6th semi-final in 7 seasons. You made it look easy.
Well, it wasn't easy at the beginning. I think we had an early opportunity with Jose Antonio and hit the crossbar. I think it was a tight game in the first 15 minutes, but then as soon as we scored that goal, we looked so comfortable. But one thing I would like to say that their fans have been outstanding. I never saw that in my whole life. They were like 3, 4, 5-0 down, and they were still singing. So I hope they're going to carry on to support their team like that, to evade the relegation, because they deserve to stay in the Premiership with a crowd like that. I never, maybe at Newcastle once or a couple of times, but I never saw a crowd like that.
A tribute to you, of course, and you may have noticed that Manchester United are also through.
Yeah, obviously we saw that this afternoon, and we don't look at other teams. We wanted to stay focused. To play that quarter-final today, and we did indeed stay focused. So now just see what's going to happen in the draw, and we have an important game as well on Wednesday against Celta Vigo. So it's always kind of next game is coming. We're trying to adjust ourselves to the following one.
You just keep rolling on. Thank you. Well done.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
He's a decent player. Incidentally, the draw is on Monday, BBC 2, 1:30, for all you Manchester United and Arsenal fans. Couple of other times to be decided tomorrow.
Brilliant, but there's one thing you've got to stress. That was stressed in the Liverpool dressing room when we were dominant. I'm sure Alex Ferguson stressed the same thing, that you don't win the big trophies the first week in March. The bigger and tougher tests are still to come, but they are in a great position.
Let's have a reminder of all the goals. 6 in all. First 5 went to Arsenal.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like 25 minutes into the game. Lundberg, that for me, he was one of the best players in this game. A good passing. It's all right defending, but Henry picks it up quickly. And here, the passing is just. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. This is just. It looks like they were playing a practice match against nobody.
Against the shreds. And this is Toure for 3-0. Keeper's a bit unlucky because he's unsighted, but he kept on going. Henry from 20 yards.
1 minute into the second half, yeah. And this is 10 minutes into the second half.
And one for Portsmouth. They did keep going to their credit.
On going.
And that's a good news for Portsmouth. I mean, what we've seen a magnificent display from Arsenal. I think we've covered all that. We've seen Portsmouth being played off the park, but their supporters was great. And Jim Smith and Harry, they've got Terry
for Birmingham City. Clinton Morrison, this early opportunity there, and just things not going quite right for Clinton at the